guys, welcome back to another video today. We are going to be reviewing the newest Hunger Games movie that is a prequel based on the book called The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. A little backstory. I am not a huge fan of The Hunger Games. I watched the films in school and I kind of know a little bit about it. I've read one of the books, but I'm not like a super fan of The Hunger Games or anything like that. And then the ones that came out, I enjoyed a little bit. Not a ton though. But this one was okay. The story was good in it. The characters were good in it. The set design, oh my god, some of the set pieces in this film were pretty good. The score, you always know it's going to be a good movie when the score is good. So basically, this film is about how it's like a prequel to Catching Fire and all the other Hunger Games movies, and it kind of tells the story of how a prequel would in like 3 acts. So you got Act 1, which is like the beginning stages, right? Then Act 2, which is like somewhere in the middle where all the Hunger Games are going on, and then Act 3 is the aftermath. And so I like when movies do that, especially if it's like a prequel film. I like how it tells it in 3 different parts. It makes it a lot more easy to digest it, and then it just being one long thing drawn out. So I definitely do enjoy that. I also will say that the story in this was really good, and I feel like the pacing went really well. I never really felt like it was getting too long. It is a long movie, but the pacing makes you feel like it's not that long. So for that, I commend them on that, because that's not very easy to do, especially if, yeah. So especially when the film is so long, it's very hard to find the right key and the right pace to make it not feel drawn on and just, drawn out and taking too long. The characters in the film, the actresses and the actors, I think did a really good job. Rachel Ziegler, I don't really like her a ton, but I feel like she did okay for what she needed to do here. The main guy, I can't remember his name, but I've always liked him a lot. He did really good in this film as well. Some of the side characters, they didn't have a ton of time, but they made whatever they had work really well. And so I definitely enjoyed this. I definitely think it's worth a watch if you're a fan of the Hunger Games and a fan of that type of story and world building, because the way they build the world in this film is really good. You feel like you know the characters, and you feel like you know the type of world and environment they grew up in. And also they do a really good job of explaining why the Hunger Games are a thing, to where it's not like they do them every year, but there's no explanation. They do a really good job explaining why they're there, and it really lets you digest it more when you think about it leaving the film. I just really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would enjoy it that much, but I did. Me being not the biggest fan of the Hunger Games, like I said, I thought it was really good. And so, yeah, I think if you definitely have nothing to do before Thanksgiving or even after, it's definitely worth a watch. I think it's worth your time. if you like the Hunger Games, if you read the books, if you've seen the movies, I definitely think it's worth for you to check out. So, yeah, the next one that will be coming out is Napoleon. I don't know when, but it will be out. But yeah, go check out the Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes if you're a fan of the films, if you read the books, if you just like Hunger Games in general, because I think you're going to enjoy it. Sorry for stuttering so much, you guys.